Yo, welcome to the KaneSaid Sports Show, and I'm your host, Kane Bradfield. And y'all know my slogan, the fame is free, but the grind costs, baby. Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of KaneSaid. And I'm your host, Kane Bradfield. Y'all know my slogan, the fame is free, but the grind costs, baby. Yo, I got a special guest in the house. You know what I mean? I got my dog in the house. We're going to talk a little softball, talk a little life. Man, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Tell the people who you are, man.
I'm Camden Smith. I played softball at LaGrange High School, and I'll be playing at West Georgia in the fall.
West Georgia in the fall. Yo, man, why you didn't do it like they did on TikTok? You know how they do on TikTok? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know what you're talking about.
You should have did it like that,
Maybe
dog.
I should have.
Yeah, try it one time.
I can't do that.
That's all good. So listen though, Cam, man, I'm glad you're here. You know, we can talk a little life, talk a little sports, and talk a little Cam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay, Cam, so give it to me, man. When did you start falling in love with softball, dog?
Well, I started playing when I was like 5 or 6, like
Okay.
in little T-ball, and I was so bad.
Really?
I couldn't hit on the tee at all. But I would say around then, because then I wanted to just keep playing travel ball and keep going further and further. So then I started playing travel ball. Dad got a little team together.
Okay. What was the name of your team? Do you remember? What was it, dog?
Southern Attitude.
So,
yeah.
Why did you choose that name? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was going to be Georgia Scream or something. And then it was Southern Attitude.
Southern Attitude.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long you play on that squad?
Well, so it was a few years long.
Oh,
but
okay.
then I went and played at team. And then that broke up.
Yeah.
And then we made it again, Southern Attitude again.
Right.
And then we went off to higher.
Yo,
levels,
was it tough playing for your dad?
Yes.
Really?
He'll say that he was not tougher on me, but he
You said it
was.
right?
He really was.
He had to be though, Cam. He had to be, dog.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. So, okay. So, now, when did you start, as far as high school, start like, yo, man, this could take me somewhere?
I would say even 8th grade, like when I started playing JV, because
Yeah.
like it was a whole different environment for me because
Okay.
you're used, like travel ball, when I played like with my dad, we were just chill. Like it wasn't like, you know, you feel what I'm saying? Not strict. It was just chill.
Mm-hmm.
But once we got into like high school, like Coach Gabby, Coach Craig, Coach Jim, they had this whole thing set out. We had to do it this way and no other way.
Right.
So you're like, it's like, this is real. This is
got
serious.
real now,
But when I started pitching to like the older girls, like I would play on the older teams. That's when I was like, maybe I do want to keep going. This is fun. This is
So
competitive.
listen though, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people are, you know what I mean, talk about playing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, again, you look younger then, but were you nervous playing up?
I think, kind of, but it's like once you get over that first nerve, it's
all
fine.
softball then.
The only thing that'll get you is like when I was like in 8th grade, I would see all the bigger girls because they were bigger. Like I mean, I was tall, but they were ripped, and I'm sitting there and I'm like scrawny. I'm like,
right.
But see, like, and I was used to seeing bigger girls because when I played travel ball, we always played a level up, like an age group up. So like when I was in 6th grade, I was playing 14-year-olds. So like once I got to 8th grade, I was used to seeing that.
Okay, so to go back with this travel ball, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? What's the big difference in travel ball and, you know, high school ball? I know you said, you know what I'm saying, like it was more like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is like with travel ball, it's really just game after game after game after game. But like with high school ball, it's like you either play 1 or 2 games a day and then you're done. Unless you're playing like a tournament or anything.
Yeah.
That's why I liked high school ball better because it was you play 1 game and then you can
Chill a little bit.
But like travel ball, you're like, oh, win, gotta go play another one.
Play
and then like I didn't like the idea of like you losing and you go home completely that day when you it was, you know.
So listen though, man, I always ask, you know, athletes this, especially baseball players and softball players, right? Going back, you know, you look at the amount of travel ball you played, man, do you wish you would put a cap on some of the games and just enjoy it, chilling for a minute?
Yes.
Really?
100%.
Right.
So I feel like you worry, like with travel ball, you just worry about the rest of the day and you can't just focus on that one game because you're like, oh my gosh, I have to win this game or I'm going home.
Right.
But like, see, like with high school ball, you're just like, focus on this one game today and then tomorrow maybe we'll play another one.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I mean, but there are benefits of playing travel ball.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So give me some of those benefits though.
Well, you make more friends. Like probably all the friends I've had still today is like from travel ball.
Really?
And they're tighter bonds because you're with them all day.
Yeah.
If you don't like someone, you're just messed up. Like the rest of the day, you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
And I think if I wouldn't have played travel ball, I would have gotten a high school ball and I would have been like screwed.
Right.
Because I would have been like, this is insane. Because like even with travel ball, we may not have been as strict as we were in high school, but you still get conditioned and ready
to go
for that transition.
Yeah.
I would have been. If I wouldn't have played
Hey,
travel
but listen
ball.
though, man. So when did you start pitching though?
When I was 9 with David.
Really?
There, yeah.
So I mean, was it okay? So again, it's new lane for your boy. So did you get groomed to be a pitcher, or did your parents like, yo, I can tell?
So my sister, she played at LaGrange for a few years.
Okay.
And she kind of knew how to pitch, but we would watch softball in the house all the time. So I would see the pitches, but I would just stand there trying to. So Dad was like, maybe we should put her in pitching lessons. So we went over to Coach David, and he said I was a natural. Like, just I knew how to do it. Like, people come in there and they're like 2 circles.
Right.
But like I knew how to do the motions. So I was with him until about 3 years ago, and then I went on to my pitching coach now, Monica.
Okay, tell me about her. Tell me about Monica.
She played softball at Florida State.
Really?
And she plays professionally with like Australia. She'll like travel all these cool places.
Yeah. Shout out. You said Monica, right?
Monica Perry.
Shout out to Monica. You know what I mean? So that's pretty dope though.
Yeah, but I went to a guy who's named Coach Ernie Yarbrough. Okay. He works with like the high school softball, all that. So, he retired, and that's when Monica came in, and I've been with her since the first time she got there.
Really?
So I went to my last pitching lessons yesterday.
Tell me about it. Give me that.
It was weird because, like, I'm pitching it feels like another day, but you're at the end, I was just like, oh, this is really over now. Like, I'm going later, but.
What? Come think about it, man. It was even with me.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Dang, dog. I didn't want to bring it up yesterday. I didn't want you to start crying on the turf.
I'll come back Thanksgiving.
Right. You know what I mean?
I'll pop in.
Just pop in and get a little work in still. So, okay, let's talk about, man, your injury.
Oh, yeah.
Give me that story, dog.
So I'll give you the story of how I first figured out this was an issue.
Okay.
It's stupid. I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
And you know how like on the playgrounds they have that mulch? It's like the bark.
Yes.
It's you step in and you sink.
Right.
So I was in these little skinny jeans and some cowgirl boots in 5th grade, and I started running. I stepped on the mulch and my knee just like
for real, dog,
popped out, and it popped right back in. Like I could walk on it.
Yeah.
It just hurt. So I sat down on the bench, and you could just see it swelling in my jeans. And my friend was like, "You might want to get the nurse over here." So after that, the most awkward thing that probably could happen, my teacher had to like carry me.
No.
So then they brought like a chair out. It was so embarrassing.
They
had to like roll me down the hallway because they couldn't carry me, and I'm like, nothing's happening. Well, so we go, and they take me to Dr. Salt or something out here because it was just quick.
Yeah.
And he looked at it and he was like, you probably tore your ACL. And that's when I was like, oh gosh. Because like I'm in 5th grade.
Right. Who do that in 5th grade? Yeah, right.
So, he looks at it a little more. They take some more x-rays and they were like, oh, it's not your ACL, it's your MCL. And I was like, what's your MCL? And he's like, it's just strained. And I was like, okay.
Right.
So he gave me crutches and I was on them for like 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, a month. So then there was that, but they sent me to physical therapy after that.
Okay.
For like probably 2 weeks. Not a lot, just that was extra. So then I went like a year and had no problems. Well, then like I would just be walking and it would just pop out and pop again. I'm like, what do I do?
No reason, just walk and pop.
I would just be walking. So mom's like, we should probably go to the doctor again. So we go to the doctor and they said the same thing about my MCL. And I'm like, there's no way that my MCL is messed up. So I go to therapy again. They put me in a knee brace. So I used to wear the knee brace all the time, like at school, because I'm scared it's just going to pop out. And I'm like, they probably think I'm that girl just wants attention with the knee brace on. But like, I was just scared.
Yeah.
But there was one day and I was at softball, it would pop out a lot of time, but this is the one that was pretty bad. So we were at softball and they hit like a ground ball in between like second and first like that.
Yeah.
So I went to get it. Well, the knee decided to
hold tight,
pop out. So I went down and it would not go back in. Like it was just chilling. Like my kneecap was just out. So I got up and I was just limping over. I was like, I'm going to take a minute. And Coach Craig's like, okay, because like I fell. Like, and he just thought I fell. Like, he didn't know anything
when
happened.
you fell, the people like,
I fall all the time.
Oh, okay. So they were like,
they're just like, oh, she just tripped again.
Yeah.
But so I went and sat down and I took my knee brace off because it was hurting because like it was already swelling up. I was like, but that was a rookie mistake. I should have left it on. But I took it off and it was already huge. And I was like, this is ridiculous.
Something ain't right, guys.
So then we went to a guy up in Peachtree City, maybe? I don't remember. He's somewhere up here or up there. And he just gave me a, what's it called? Cortisone shot?
Yeah.
Gone in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was like, it hurts.
Right, like something ain't right.
Every time I throw it just hurts.
Right.
There's nothing I can do about it. Like the brace, it still hurts.
That's your plant leg.
So when I drive off, that's what I land on. So finally, Dad was like, we're going to go like a surgeon and see like if this has to be fixed. Well, we get up there to Cliff Williman.
Shout out to Dr. Williman, baby.
Yeah, he fixed me up.
Yeah, it's the man.
But we went up there and we're like, please, anything but surgery. Anything. When we go up there and he's like, no, it's got to be surgery. So they had to like move my shin bone over, scrape the cartilage out because the way my kneecap would pop out, there was like no cartilage underneath the kneecap. So it was a big old surgery. But I got it done before my senior year. Like
right.
I got it done in November, like right after junior year. Mm-hmm. So I would be ready for senior year. And then I came to you.
Shout out to the dungeon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yo, I ain't gonna front though, dog. You know, you've been really, working super hard for me though. So you know what I mean?
It was hard when I came here.
Yeah. My man was trying to balance on one leg.
Now I can do it.
You do all that stuff, man. You know what I mean? You can do a cartwheel, land on that leg if you want to now.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So listen, dog, you know what I mean? I'm gonna back up a little more. I want to talk about, your senior year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did it go fast or was it slow?
It went, at first, like practices, like that summer, I was like, man, this is like, it just felt like a drag because, you just want to start playing. But once we got in that first game, it just all went right on by. And I was just like, well, now I'm going to West Georgia.
But talk about the run, though.
Oh, like this year? It was crazy. Like, since we changed into that new
region,
if we wouldn't have been that, it would have been, like, more competitive, in my opinion. Like, Troop, that was a good game, like Columbus and stuff. But, like, the rest, it just felt like we were going to get through all the way. But, with that other region, it was just like, you don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
So,
but hey, we'll take it, though.
I'm saying, really.
Right.
I had a feeling, though, that we were going to be region champs, and we were.
And you were, yeah.
But I did not know we were going to get to Final Four.
Yeah,
like, I was like,
dog.
Elite Eight, okay.
Yes.
We got there last year, we could do it again, but Final Four, that was crazy.
That was insane, though.
But the one game that just sticks in my head,
Man,
like the series was Cedartown.
Give me that game, dog.
Cedartown. It was insane. It was like back and forth, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, just mess up.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what crazy though, man. You know what I mean? Somebody would give me play-by-play.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was gone somewhere and I couldn't make that game.
They live stream it. You might have saw that.
Nah, somebody would actually text, like people were texting me. Yeah. Parents were texting me and giving me like, oh my God, 4 runs, 3 runs.
It was crazy.
It was crazy like that, dog.
Yeah, but there's that one moment, and it was at the end of the second game, and it was a girl, she was huge, and she was a beast.
Like ready to go.
So I remember Coach Gabby, it was like 3-2 probably, and I was like, oh my gosh, if she hits this out, I'm gonna cry. So she was like, rise ball. And I was like, right now? Like on a 3-2? Why would you call a rise ball and it's not good? So I threw it and she swung and she popped it up and it went so high and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I just wanted to close my eyes because Holly popped up and she was like, I got it. And I was like, oh God.
I get it, please.
And she slowly just turns her back to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, if she missed this. And she caught it. And then we all just like, it was like crazy. Goosebumps everywhere. And it was like, you start screaming. But that was like crazy.
Man, I remember, man, like people were texting me like, Coach, it was, hey, hold on, but what was the final score?
It was like 4-3. It was close.
But it was crazy though, to where people was like, people getting on base, people getting out of it.
Yes, it was like that game, like I'm shaking. It was crazy.
Wow.
Just like my adrenaline was everywhere.
Yo, so did anybody record it?
The end of it, yeah. That was the one we sent in.
Well, I'm about to say though, so that's the one you guys did on my KaneSaid top 5.
It's like it's one of those moments like if you're there, you're just like it got so quiet when the ball was hit, and it was just like we're all just staring at Holly like you got to catch it.
But no, but I'm saying though. So have you ever went back and watched the whole game?
Yeah, well, not the whole game, but we came before we went to Final Four, like to Columbus. We all got in Coach Gabby's room, and she put some of the moments up on the board, and we watched, and we would like laugh at each other, and we'd talk about it. But I liked when we do that. Like sometimes we'd go in there for like mental training.
Good, man.
And she would play some games, and we'd have to write down what we saw happened, or not us, but like college games.
Right.
But that was one of my favorite
That's
parts.
good stuff, though. So, hey, man, let's talk about your teammates, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause to me, you know, and I said it before when I used to come and talk to you guys. I talked about how I can tell that you guys were close.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's mainly because of travel ball, because like all those girls have played together. Like on travel ball, like me, Madison, JC, and Abby, we've been together since we were probably 8 or 9.
Wow.
Like we've known each other.
Wow. So that helped a lot then.
Oh yeah. Like even now, like since we're gone, the 9th graders that are coming up, there's like 9 of them, and they've all played together before.
That's key though.
Seriously.
That's key though. Yeah.
Like you see some other teams like around here, and they know each other, but they haven't played with each other, so they've got to get used to each other. But we were already used to each other.
Yeah. So okay, now, all right. Now, I mean, before we can get to college, I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, support. You know what I mean? One thing that, you know, it's a message that I try to give out to people and how important support is. Now, I mean, talk about the support of your parents through this journey.
They were always behind me. Like anything I wanted to do, they would let me do it, and they would be there to cheer me on. Right. So like even with pitching lessons, Dad was like, he came to probably every single pitching lesson until this year. Wow. Cause like even the times he didn't was because health reasons.
Yeah. But otherwise he would be there.
Otherwise he's there, and if he's not there, he's got it pulled up on his phone watching. And even my mom too, but also it's the amount of money that they spend on you. That's what you need to think about. Yes. The amount of money that they've paid for pitching lessons, hitting lessons, even training is like insane, and you don't think about it. Yes. But see, I'm so thankful for that, because if I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do this, I probably wouldn't be as going to where I am tomorrow.
Yeah. So but I'm gonna tell you though, man, and so that's the part, man, that I try to get athletes to understand that. You know what I mean? This is what I always say. You know what I'm saying? The grind costs, but the fame is free. That's the grind. Yes. Of you training, of you going to pitching, you know what I mean? And
if you also think about it, if you want to play travel ball, that's a big chunk of money too. And high school ball. Yes. There's a lot of money.
Yes. So the grind go both ways. Like the parent financially got to give it. And then they're giving their time too. You know what I'm saying? Take you too. I mean, now that you drive, it's a little different. Yeah. But they used to be able to haul you everywhere you had to go. You know what I mean?
They did. Yeah. See, I can't even think back to when they had to do that. It's been such a long time.
I bet you asked them. I bet they know though. They're like,
I'm sure they know.
You know what I mean? So okay. So we're going to West Georgia tomorrow.
Yeah.
Man. So tell me what made Cam say, you know what? I want to go to West Georgia.
So when I think we started my sophomore year, we went to their team camp. So like LaGrange went as a team to their camp. And they would have their girls working and coaches working. So like I met some of their players, like old players, and I met Coach Al. And he is a character. Like I love being around him. Right. So I would go to their camp. They'd see me. That's where I was seen. Okay. important. If y'all want to play college ball, go to camps. Anyway.
Yeah, y'all heard that? Y'all better go to camps, baby. Yeah.
So they contacted me. Well, no, Coach Gabby texted me. He's like, I got to give your number to Coach Al. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Yeah, right.
So he texted me and he was like, I want you to come for a visit. I was like, heck yeah, I'll come.
Yes.
So we get down there and I just love the campus because it's like spread out, but at the same time it's close together.
I love West Georgia campus, man.
But the football and softball fields are like, tucked away in, but they're still in the campus.
Right.
So that's what I liked. Well, also the class sizes aren't too big for me and all that. And I just love the coaching staff. And I just see that it was just when I got there, I was like, yeah, this is it.
You felt good about that thing.
Yeah.
Yo, let me ask something though. I haven't been in a minute though. Is there still a McDonald's by the campus?
I think so.
For real?
But they have a Chick-fil-A now.
You got Chick-fil-A
in
now?
the campus. And they've got like a hibachi place and a Starbucks.
Hush.
Yeah. The Chick-fil-A sold me though.
Yeah, you like Chick-fil-A on there, guy.
Yeah.
Put me in there.
Yep.
So okay now, you know what I mean? So so have you had the opportunity to chat with some of your future teammates?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Like we followed each other like on social media, obviously. That's what you first do now.
And she's TikTok famous.
I am not TikTok famous.
TikTok famous.
One video.
One
video. But anyway. But I did probably 2 weeks ago went through with the pitching coach.
Okay.
And I like her. I feel like she's gonna make me a lot better than I already am. I still can get 10 times better.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to working with her. I know the other pitcher that's in my grade.
Okay.
Yeah, her name's Emma.
Okay.
Know that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm just excited.
You're excited to go, right?
Yeah.
So what are we gonna major in?
Graphic design, but I'm also leaning towards photography. But it's the same bachelor.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
So what you trying to do with that?
Graphic design, anything really.
Right.
I like because I worked with Miss Evans at my high school, my teacher, and I'd worked in the print shop, so we would print things out and deliver them, and I liked that. That was cool. Having those equipment, you just drop them in and it folds it.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, and also designing logos and stuff.
Okay.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, that big business too, dog.
It is.
For real.
And then photography, obviously, I just I love to take pictures.
See,
so
all that goes together, man. So you can build people brands, dog.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
See,
so y'all listen.
This is cool.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all look for it now. She be building she come build y'all brands near you. She gonna strike people out and build your brands on the side. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's what we're gonna do with that thing. So listen though, okay? In order to get to college, you know what I'm saying? You gotta set yourself up academically.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Talk about your academic skills, your academic, you know what I mean? I mean, the way you handle yourself in high school.
Okay. When you get there, it's hard to, you just have to get used to it.
Yeah.
Ninth grade, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get home, do homework when I get home from a game at 10 and then practice ends at 6:30. But you just have to, even if you have 10 minutes left at the end of class, go ahead and do your homework.
Right.
Just get it over with.
Get it over with, man.
Because I was a procrastinator in ninth grade, but one senior year, I was like, I got 10 minutes left. Let me just go ahead and do this real quick. And even because when you hit 10th grade, that's when you start getting them harder classes, like college classes. And that's when you have online. So you got to do that. Man. And it's just just do it. Don't procrastinate. Because if you procrastinate, it's not going to work.
Well, I'm going to ask you, man, what year did you mature as far as saying, man?
I would say halfway through ninth grade.
Really?
Seriously. It was
See, guys mature later, man. We'd be on junior year.
It was eye-opening for me.
Really?
Literally. Because it's just I had one class, and it was my English class, and I hated that class.
Yeah.
And I was I had Camden doesn't like to have B's.
Okay.
B's aren't
Y'all
bad.
hear that, right?
B's aren't bad. I think B's are bad for me.
I dig that.
So I had a B, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't.
Right.
No.
Right.
So that's when I was I need to get going.
Yeah.
Stop procrastinating, get this done. And I did, and I ended with an A.
Yo, so what you in with as far as your GPA?
4.0. I don't know what my weighted was though, but it was 4.0.
So I mean, in school, got some people who got a super study. You got some people who, can wake up and get it done. You got some people who need a little bit of stuff. Where are you?
I could memorize things. I could just look at something and be like, oh, got it. But I understand that there's people out there that have to study a lot. There are some classes that, I had to study a lot.
Yeah.
But, like, most of the time I could just take one look at it and be like, okay, I got it.
I'm opposite. I had to.
Oh, I know when I get to college, I'm going to be studying.
Yeah, but I need somebody to go with me, sit beside me.
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm like, hey.
Not that bad.
What was
But
that?
I'm just saying, though, you know what I mean? It was tough for your boy. So, ACT, SAT.
Ooh.
Let's talk about, which one did you take?
I took both.
Took both.
But, like, they didn't have to use my scores for me to get accepted because of COVID or something.
Yeah, okay.
But to me, the ACT was 10 times harder than the SAT.
Really?
Like, it was just like the time. You don't have as much time on the ACT as you do the SAT. And for the ACT, you're really just trying to find questions that you can answer because, like, even on math, you're sitting there and you're trying to figure it out and you have no clue and you're just like, well, so pick a letter and guess. That's what I do. My letter was B.
Yo, so I heard the same thing, but it didn't work for me though, dog.
Really?
No, man. First time I took the ACT, they said if you don't know, just pick B.
That's what I did.
But for some reason, it didn't do good. I flopped my first test.
And also I'm not a good test taker, like a big test.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I don't know this, and I'm probably not gonna figure it out. So B.
So did you do the practice test and all that stuff too?
Mm-hmm. Like the PSAT?
Yeah.
I did that in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
And I didn't care. So I was just guessing. I didn't want to take it anyway.
Doing a lot of B's with that thing.
Yeah, but I took the ACT twice because they gave it to you at the high school.
Yeah.
And I took it sometime else. But I went to a class, like a tutoring class for that.
Okay.
But I didn't get any better when I took it.
But you did go to class.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But I took the SAT at Carrollton High School.
Okay.
And it was okay.
Yeah.
It was, I'm not a good test taker, like I said, but to me, like, I'm not a good reader. So that's where I struggled. Like reading the paragraphs and then having to go back and find the answer. And you bring a watch and you just have to time yourself so you can at least get all the answers.
Right.
Or like everything bubbled. But that's where I was too busy looking at my clock and I'm like, 10 minutes. I got to read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was not a good test taker.
So look, I'm gonna ask you this though. You know what I mean? So when it came to friends, okay, you know what I'm saying? Have you thought about like, dang, tomorrow, man, I'm not gonna see my son.
Yeah.
Hey, don't cry right now.
I'm not. I'm so scared. I'm not gonna know anybody.
But see what I'm saying? Like, but one good thing that y'all got going on in this era is social media.
Yeah.
So y'all can snap each other.
Yeah.
Watch. You know what I mean? I remember when I left high school, like, I ain't see my partners no more. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
It was great. So I'm saying though, like, are you ready for that, dog?
I feel like
you got some close girls.
I feel like the softball girls will always stay in touch. Like maybe some people from high school, like my actual high school, probably won't talk to them as much.
Right.
But like softball, we'll always stay in touch.
Because you're gonna make new friends too.
Yeah.
Dang, dog.
That's weird.
It can be weird, dog. But you know what I mean? But it automatically happens just by being around people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. So if you do a French test, right? Let's do it right now. What does it take to be a friend of Cam? Right, to give me the checklist.
Trust. That's my main thing.
Yes.
I have to be able to tell you things when I need to.
Yeah.
Or just in general, just be trustworthy and honest. I do not like liars. That's another thing.
Right.
Ugh.
Right.
It makes me so mad. Right. And like I would say maturity, but that ain't it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
some of my friends are not.
They're gonna happen like as time go on, but that trust.
Yeah, that's my.
Being honest. I dig that though. I dig that though. So yo, Cam, check it out, man. Listen, I appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying, and just showing KaneSaid some love. You know what I mean. So at the end of every show, right, I get people to leave something positive to the audience.
Oh,
you know
goodness.
I mean? I'm put you on spot, dog. Like, you know what I mean? It can be one word, it can be a sentence. You can tell us doggone story. Like, you know, lead the people one positive thing, dog.
I would say just work hard. Because if you don't work hard, you're not going to get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's just the hard truth, too. So.
Bottom line, just got to work.
Yeah. Just work hard.
Just got to work. I dig that, man. Cam, I appreciate you coming through, G. From hollering at me, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, listen, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of KaneSaid. And I'd like to thank Cam Oh, Cam. Yo, be on there. You gonna miss me saying that?
I am gonna miss
You gonna miss me saying
text me
right,
like
I'm gonna text you.
everyone
Yeah, text you that,
on
right?
those audio messages.
Yeah. Yo, man, but I like to thank Campbell coming through, man, just to show love today, man. Y'all know my slogan, man. The fame is free, but the grind costs, baby. KaneSaid, zip them up.